G'day guys, Dark and Tiger here, the Tiger from Down Under, with another toy review for you guys today. Today I will be reviewing the next Ryusoulger Power Ranger, whatever you want to call him, the 6th Ranger for Ryusoulgers. That's right, it's Ryusoulger Gold! I don't know why Gold's seeming to be the next 6th Ranger or whatever you want to call it, but it is what it is. So, today I will be reviewing the Super Sentai Ryusoulger Ryu Gold blaster. And there it is there. So this is Ryu Gold's Changer. Freaking cool. I like it. It's definitely different from the Ryu Ken and the Ryu Changer. Obviously because of what it is. So it is a gun of sorts. It's freaking awesome. There's Ryu Gold there. I freaking like it. I think it's really cool. On the side you have Ryu Gold with the gun, ready to do some damage. On the other side, in his power form with the soul in it. Now you do get not just the Changer, you do get Ryu Gold's own Ryu Soul as well as a power up for him as well. So like the Meta Soul, you get a Thunder one. I can't tell you off the top of my head what the name is. It is there. If you can read it, bravo. So you do get 2 souls with it, which is at least a little bonus. On the back, where you can use the soul and all that, you can put the blaster with the soul, which was in my last video, which we will look at that today. You can put the soul in both the Ryu Ken, the Ryu Changer. Very good, very easy. Over here you've got him using the weapon. If you put in the soul, it obviously changes the gun from what it normally is into a different one. So yeah, it is freaking awesome. I absolutely like it. I'm not all that enthralled with the character, but I kind of get the idea of what's going behind it. So yeah, the character to me just seems a little bit lackluster. Again, I get it because of him being a underwater tribe. It is a little bit different. They don't trust us land people. Again, very weird concept, but again, they've always had something different for the 6th Sentai, 6th Ranger, whatever you want to call it. So again, it's just their twist on it. So far I've enjoyed it. I've liked his appearance, I like his abilities. So it looks like a really cool concept. Alright, enough of that, let's get into the toy. So for that we need his Changer. Alrighty, and there she is. Doesn't look that impressive, does it? It's a decent size, so that's one thing I'll give it credit for. And there is the Ryu Soul. So that is Ryu Gold's one there. And this is Ryu Gold's power up. So similar to the Meta, it is the same sort of a clear thing in it as well. We'll look at a closer look at that in just a moment. For now, we'll look at Ryu Gold's weapon as well as his soul. So let's have a look at the weapon. So the weapon looks as is. Very, very, very cool. Very nice navy blue to it. A little bit of gold, which looks cool. Gold on the edges. A nice black ammo box, I guess I would say. It obviously has a connection for another weapon attachment. Jeez, I wonder why. Go figure. The Ryu Soul goes in here. Obviously this can turn and spin. You're not meant to come up yet. So yeah, this can spin, and depending on what you need it for, again we will get into that just in a moment. Very cool design. There is a switch on the back. You turn that on. Mosa Changer, there you go. Nice little tail to get the soul out. There you go, Mosa Changer. So, like a normal gun. Seems pretty decent, but I want a bit more of a kick. Notice the difference? So that's me. And if we pump this, does 3 automatic shots. So basically, like I don't know how to really explain it, but in some weapons, when you do a normal attack, but when you do a pump attack with this, you get a more stronger attack. So in the show, Ryusoulger Gold has sort of just run around shooting people, and then when he wants to, say, get rid of a group of them, he can do it like that and does another one. Now you probably noticed that made a noise out of it. Yes, I know, it does the exact same thing as the Ryu Ken. If you do it too many times, he makes a sound. So again, that's just another little gear shift. So I pumped it 10 times, I got 10 more powerful shots, which is why it said gear shift. Very, very cool concept. I like the idea of it. Again, nothing really happens. So the reason why, you're probably wondering why nothing happens, because there's nothing in it. That is the way Ryusoulger Gold transforms. But because there's no soul in it, it doesn't do anything. Which is very interesting. Alright, so that's the gun. You're probably wondering, Dark, and why aren't you talking about these? Well, I can't talk about those until I talk about the souls for it. So, that's what we're going to be doing now. So, first up, we will look at Ryu Gold's soul key. And there it is there. So that is his one there, Ryu Gold's. I know what the dinosaur is, but I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But very cool. Again, it's the dark yellow again, red eye in there, navy blue, flick it up, navy blue, silver, logo on there. Very, very cool design. On the other side you have the Zord's head, which makes sense because a lot of the Rangers have their own, all the Sentais have their own heads on the back of their Ryu souls. So that's Ryu Gold's one there. That's a really cool one. Now the other one we'll look at is the power up for Ryu Gold, which is, I believe it's Thunder, but I don't know what the actual name is. It'll say it in there soon enough. But there it is there. It's a nice yellow with a clear yellow on top. Again, similar to the Meta or the Burn Soul. Again, really, really cool design. If we flip it up. Nice clear thunder-like sword. And then the logo on it there. Another very, very cool ability. So yeah, I actually really like it. I think the thing is, unlike the Burn one, it just has a standard soul helmet on the back for all that. So obviously this doesn't go into any Zords at all. It is just used purely for the upgrade and possibly for a Ryu Ken and the Ryu Changer. So yeah. So with that said and done, it's time for me to turn into Ryu Gold. No, I won't actually be able to. But with a Ryu Ken, a Ryu Soul put in here, and then we twist. You change. And there you go. Now I am Ryu Gold. And uh-oh. Oh no! I'm out of ammo! No! So basically what you probably just heard is once you've put in your Changer or your Ryu Soul into this, you change the weapon itself. So it goes from a standard handgun into a machine gun. Now, as you just saw, I've kind of wasted my ammo. Well, that's a problem. I'm going to get in trouble. Fear not. All you have to do is... reload it. So, for this weapon to reload, all you got to do is... and there you go. And that's just it. It turns into... it goes from being a normal handgun, I guess, into a machine gun. Again, I'll do it again. Just to show you guys what it does and what the sounds are like. So, put the sole into the top here. And then we twist the head. Makes a freaking awesome sound effect. So much better than the Ryu Ken. Woo! But yeah, and then that's it. Now you can also just and that's it. So it doesn't do anything different with the Ryusoul that you put into it. Now you're probably going, but Darken, there has to be more to this. The flap, yeah, the flap does do a thing. So when Ryusoulger Gold needs to use, say, his Thunder Soul, that's when it comes in bad. So at the moment we leave it like this because obviously we are transformed into Ryusoulger Gold. Flip that out. So still sounds like the soul, but the thing is it's different. Now, this is where things get a little bit more complicated. I'm going to probably stand a bit more away for you guys to see this. So, put this in. 3, 2, 1. This is what happens when you put the Thunder Soul in. So there you go. So now I have my Thunder armor on, and I have a Thunder weapon. So yeah, there you go. So now I have got a powered up Morpher, which uses the Thunder armor soul, and I can electrocute people or do massive attacks. I can do a finisher as well to do that. And there you go. So it just does a powered up Thunder Blast, and that's pretty much it. I'll do it again so you guys can hear everything. I'll do it from that because it's just easier doing it from that. So, from there. So basically the trigger, once you've put it in, once these have come up, the trigger doesn't really do anything. So to do it, you need to pump it. So it is similar to the Ryu Ken in a sense. Basically you have to 1, 2, 3, and then 4th just to get it activated. So it is similar in a sense to the Ryu Ken. Not that much different, obviously, but it is because you're using a gun. Again, you just get a thundery or lightning attack, and then that's it. And that's pretty much it. Now, you're probably wondering, Darken, there has to be more to this episode's toy review. You are correct. There's more. So, we've tried it with this now. This is all set up. It's obviously not enough to take down the big beastie. We need to boost its power. Now you're probably wondering, Darken, how are you going to do that? You don't have any other accessories with it. So basically we need what I had for last week's episode, and that was the Meta Soul, or the Meta Blade. So basically you're probably wondering, gap, nozzle, geez, 2 and 2 together. Well, you are correct. So it now turns into Meso Breaker, which is freaking sick. This thing is huge. Big, big, big difference. This compared to a Ryu Ken, which is right here. I don't know how well this is going to show up, but yeah, that's a hell of a lot bigger. Yeah, a lot bigger. Again, very, very cool concept, very cool idea. To take it apart, press the 2 buttons here. Now you've also noticed there is a thing here which makes sense because it is there to catch it, to lock it into place. It doesn't do anything else, like doesn't do anything else. If I put it back in again, like I said, so that is the big power blasting effect, and that should pretty much beat any creature, monster, Mimi-sauruses, whatever they're called, the bad guys. Now you probably also, but Darken, what about the lever? It does nothing. Once it's connected to the blaster, it just reacts to it like it normally does. It doesn't do anything. It's only when you connect them both together, this makes more of a sound to make a bigger blaster. That's pretty much all this does. I would have thought something else would have been with it, but it's not. Again, it's still a pretty cool thing. I'll do it again. I don't know, I just like listening to it. It's freaking cool. I like it. It's awesome. It's a very cool concept. But that's enough of that. So, with that being said and done, that's pretty much it. No. Wrong. Bad for you. You get shocked for that. No. So, that's pretty much as far as this toy goes. But, I want to change it up a little bit. So, with that being said, yes, that's true, that is it for that review for those. Not so true for the Ryu Souls, because these Souls, this one and the Thunder one, both still have function in, say, the Ryu Changer and the Ryu Ken, and that's what we're going to do right now. So you guys get an idea and sound effects of all of these guys there. So, Ryu Changer, Ryu Gold, shall we? So, like Ryu Red, Ryu Green, Ryu Black, Ryu Pink, and Ryu Blue, it does the same effects. So if worse comes to worse, Ryu Gold doesn't have his Morpher or his the Mosa Breaker gun, he can do it in a Ryu Changer, which I think is a very cool thing. And again, it makes sense. It is a proper Ryu Knight, Ryu Soul key, which is of a Ryusoulger. So yeah, if you press this, you call your Zord Mizubre. So there you go. That's his Zord, Mizu. Mosa X, there you go. Mosa X is his Zord. So yeah, that's really cool. I actually really like it. But that's not all. So, like I did with the Meta or the Burn Soul, I'm going to do the Thunder Soul in this as well. Now, again, you're probably going to say the same thing as you said in the last one. There's not much to it. I've actually looked into it since I posted that video. And I am actually right. There is a different sound. It doesn't do much. It's just... it gives the person that ability, I guess is the best way of saying it. So basically, if Ryu Red, or Ryusoul Red, or Ryusoul Gold puts them in the Changer, instead of having to like be in their transform form, they can just do it straight away with this straight in the Changer. Boom, they've already got the armor on them. Whether that actually happens in the show, I don't know. This is what's being spitballed and all that sort of stuff. So that could be an interesting little factor as well. But again, we don't know until it happens in the show. Or it could be just, again, another one of those internet theories that just never happens. Anyway, enough of that. Let's see what it sounds like in the Changer. So if I can get it in the track right, there we go. There you go. Show Ike So. So it definitely knows that it is not an actual ranger or soldier's key. So it still does the same thing as the Burn Soul one. So it does recognize it as an armor, which is really cool, and I really like that. Now we go from the Changer to the Ryu Ken, and we will use again Ryu Gold's one. Again, I think it's going to just do the same thing as when we put in Ryu Red's one. It's just going to make the same if you want to do a finisher move, but with the Ryu Ken. So, Gold! So as I wrote, so it does recognize that it's gold, and it just does a normal finisher attack. So like a lot of the Ryusoulgers do, they use this just to do a quick thing. So in one of the episodes, Ryu Red puts his own one in to break Ryu Gold out of a sort of a cage. Makes sense. So Gold would do the exact same thing. Now if we do, say, a finisher. So no matter how many times I do it, I'm going to get the same finisher for Ryu Gold as well. Ryusoul Gold as well. Again, pretty cool. I still like that it registers it. I like that it registers that it is a different thing, but it does also register that it is a Ryusoulger's soul key, I guess. Alright, let's do Thunder. So again, like the Burn one, it's probably going to do the same thing. If, say, red, blue, green, black, pink, decide to put this in theirs, so. Biddy-bee-stole. Sounds like a freaking little Volkswagen Beetle's horn. Boop, boop. Alright. Now I think about it now, I can't stop laughing about it. Shit. Alright, let's try and do the finisher for it. boom, 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 boom. So basically it's a big thunder explosion. So similar to Meta or Burn Soul, it does the exact same thing. Again, because it is a elemental weapon or elemental ability, I think that's why it does such a bigger boom, 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 boom noise. And the finisher. I still think that's freaking cool. So there you go, guys. That was pretty much everything. So let's just double check. We talked about the Mosa Breaker. We talked about the Ryusoulger Gold. And we talked about the Ryusoulger Thunder Soul. Again, freaking awesome. I'm sorry, I can't help it, but awesome! No, I thought I was going to get yelled at. Basically, well worth it, guys. I'm freaking so glad I got these. As I said in my previous video with the saw blade, yes, it's true, I could have got this and that in one bundle, but at the time of pre-ordering, they didn't have these available at the time, so I make do with what I've got, and as I said, I get 2 out of 1 video. Gotta love it. So yeah, this is well worth it, guys, if you are really enjoying Ryusoulgers. I actually, like I said, I don't like the character they've got for Ryusoulger Gold, but he is going to grow on me. It was the same with a lot of the other 6th Ranger ones. The characters for me just don't sit well, but again, it's early on. They have to develop into the heroes that they are, or some sort of nonsense like that. This is Super Sentai, God only knows what's going to happen. But again, very well worth it if you are enjoying the show and you are kind of a collector. These are probably worth getting for your collection. I got them because they were freaking awesome. Pre-ordered them, I'm happy with them, finally got them. I freaking like it. Better than last year's ones, so yeah, that's another reason why I got them. However, if you want to be able to get these awesome items, you can get them from Hobby Link Japan. You can also get them from my friend Tucker at Kitetsu Toys Japan. You can also get them from Ami, Amazon and eBay. But be wary of Amazon and eBay's pricing because they can be a little bit different, and depending on where you are in the world, there might be a small little tax to them. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit that like button. Every little bit does help, and I appreciate everyone who do it. It just shows that you guys enjoy the videos that I put out for you guys, and I want to keep doing these as much as I can, depending on how finances go as well. If you want to see any more of the items from me in the future, or any Carbon Rider, V-blogs, anything like, hit that subscribe button as well. I put out a video each week, so I'm always at least up to date, unless obviously if something does happen. I know I probably say this in most of my videos, but I'm the type of person that wants to at least let you guys know if that does happen. So at least now you are now aware. Alright guys, thank you so much for tuning in. As always guys, I'm Dark and Tiger, the Tiger from Down Under, and I will see you guys in the next one. Until then, ciao.